In a brand new interview, billionaire philanthropist Bill Gates telling the FT this, quote, "The picture of the world's richest man killing the world's poorest children is not a pretty one." The FT reports this, quote, "Gates said Musk had canceled grants to a hospital in Gaza province, Mozambique, that prevents women transmitting HIV to their babies in the mistaken belief that the U.S. was supplying condoms to Hamas in Gaza in the Middle East. Quote, "I'd love for him to go in and meet the children that have now been infected with HIV because he cut that money." Bill Gates announced plans to step up where Trump and Musk have pulled away, with plans to spend more than $200 billion on global health in the next 20 years. Gates also expanded on his comments in an interview with Stephen Colbert last night. Watch.
I've been out in the field with the people who work for USAID and seen, the brilliant work they do and how important that is. Unfortunately, there was a weekend where it was decided they were criminals and they were put in the wood chipper. And so we lost a lot of capacity there. Now, we can get it back. Eventually, Congress is the one who will have the final word on this. And even I'm not even sure the administration understands what's going on in the field, because we do have, for the first time in 25 years, we have more children dying. Instead of it going down, it's now going up. And unless we reverse pretty quickly, that'll be over 1 million additional deaths.
And you lay some of this at the feet of Doge and, of course, Elon Musk. And I hope I'm getting this even close here. You said the picture of the world's richest man being involved in the death of the world's poorest is not a pretty one.
That's right.
Well said. Well said.
The world's richest man versus the rest of us. Who will win? I think we have a denial problem in this country. I think there's a sense of pride and disbelief that appears to be stronger than your own eyes and your own ears. We have heard the warnings for a while now about this man and about Trump, and they were not heeded, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. Thankfully, I think more and more people are waking up, which is great. And I want to be clear with you. I will not shame you too much if you are one of those people. I got a bit of the "I told you so's" in me, and I do apologize. I do not mean to show animosity towards you. I feel like I've been screaming at the top of my lungs for so long. Hey, this is going to be bad. And then when it gets bad, I go, see? And it doesn't feel good, but there is a certain relief to it in a way. Because now I know I'm not crazy for sure. I'm not just speaking out of my buttocks. No, it's for real. These guys are for real. They mean ill will to the rest of us. They mean to only gain for themselves and to heck with the rest of us.
Because business has slowed down, as you mentioned, we're seeing as a result the ports here in the U.S., the traffic has really slowed, and now thousands of dock workers and truck drivers are worried about their jobs.
Yeah, that means we lose less money. When I see that means we lose less money. Look, China.
This is how they think. They think in terms of money and nothing else. They think, hey, if there's not as many jobs going around, that means we're not spending as much money. Forgetting where the money goes. It goes to you. It goes to me. It goes to the people working these jobs. They forget, there's people on the other end of this money. How do you have the richest people in the world telling us about waste? None of us can even come close to the amount of waste these people produce. Nor can the government programs of which they wanted to cut. That's the insanity of it. 1 second.
The Department of Government Efficiency, run by the richest person in the world, who, as of today or last week, is valued at $330 billion. I want you to understand how much money that is. So, if you take $330 billion and represent it by $100 bills, if you lay them end to end, how far will it go? It will go around the earth 3 times. Then, with what's left over, you can sort of tape them together as a kind of a ribbon and ascend into the sky and into space and reach the moon. By then, you would have used up all the $100 bills that comprise $330 billion. If you fired all 3 million government employees, put them out of work, how much would you save? How much is the total NASA budget compared to your tax dollar? It is less than 0.4% of your tax dollar. If I cut off 0.4% from the width of this dollar, it doesn't even get into the paint. And you want to trim NASA to save federal expenditures? Really? Is that what's happening there?
And for what? A parade? More golfing? More prisons? More money in their pocket? Makeup studios at the Pentagon? Yes, I haven't forgotten about you. I have not forgotten about you. There is no end to their greed. There is no end to their authoritarianism. There is no end to this nightmare. There is no end. It will keep going. I don't know if it'll get as bad as this, as the old Roman salute. I mean, we're pretty close. We're like right there on the edge. My wife told me not to share this, but I'm gonna share this. We're,
I mean, would you use the N word out of interest?
Yes.
You would?
I do quite frequently.
You use the N word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist. Are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, well, if you use the N word repeatedly, you are a racist then, are you? Are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different.
Sorry, but just to be
thing.
clear, you just said to me you use the N word regularly. In what context?
Right.
Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use the N word? When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
Well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
I guess so. I don't really care.
she didn't want me to give that woman any press, any visibility, but I had to. Yuck. Okay. I think the only cool thing about this, and I really do mean this, is I do see more and more people realizing this. More people that I would have thought. More people that realize, oh, wait a minute. Maybe this is too far. There's got to be a happier middle than just swinging all the way over to Roman salute land and losing all of our jobs and money. Because I get that you don't like some things that Democrats do, and I get that you don't like some things that Biden did, but it's different when you disagree politically, right? It's different when you have different ideas about something. You can often meet in the middle. This stuff is beyond that. What we're seeing in the news right now is beyond just a debate. This is the soul and future of our nation, of our people, our stability. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth this.